See what happens. There we go. We're live.
Well,
Yeah, it was good. So that beach where they were doing the end bit, that was the beach where you've taken pictures, isn't it?
that's Roker Beach. It's the one I can't get. It's the one that's down the bank. The one that's right down the bank, yeah.
But I saw a lighthouse in the background. You've taken pictures of
Yeah,
that.
I've taken pictures of the lighthouse. I can take it from the top, but because like this, it's hard to explain. But from the top part, I can take, and obviously I've got a really good zoom on my camera, so I can take and get quite good pictures of it. But I'd love to go down the bottom. I'm just scared I can't get back up. That's the problem.
Yes, yeah. Well, if anyone's joining us, I was going to try and get a video out today, but it was such a big edit, it just hasn't got done, and we went out hiking in the woods instead. So I thought I'd go live and just have a chat. And Lainey's popped in. Good to see you. And there's Louise. Happy
No,
Easter.
it's quiz, yeah. if you want, it's always quizzes.
Oh my goodness. We'll see how we do. And we both watched Him for a Penny. We love Him for a Penny in this house. And it was up in Geordieland.
Sunderland is not Geordieland. Did you not hear the lady on the show?
I know. Hello, Tam and Belle. Good to see you. 80s horror fan. Welcome. Daniel, good. People are coming in. You're welcome to join us, Susan, if you want to come chat. I don't know what we're going to chat about. I just fancied it. Has it been gorgeous weather up there? It's been glorious.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Yeah, but you're still blooming stuck in, aren't you?
I am.
Man.
Just a bit slightly demented.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than usual, even.
Yeah. More than usual. Hi, Kelly. I haven't seen Kelly for ages. Flipping fantastic finds.
Tonks Boutique. Rye bags. Yeah, it was glorious. We went out in the woods. I think I've put a picture on Jeff's Instagram. Bang, bang, duck.
I think we were hitting 17 today at one point, I think. Temperature-wise.
Oh, yeah, that's Kelly. Yeah. So you'll have to throw us some questions in the chat and we'll talk about stuff. Or, oh, hang on. Susan says, can't come on. I'm busy. You are interrupting me. Well, I'm so sorry, Susan. Jeez.
Sorry.
20 down on the coast, down south coast. Nice.
Yeah, we never. You always get better temperatures than us down there than we do up here.
Yeah. So thanks for buying those Cliff LPs, Lainey. That was nice.
I did not buy the Cliff LPs.
Oh, you say that, but I think it was you.
I hope someone's in the side chat who really did buy the Cliff LP, so they can admit it, and you can stop blaming me.
I've got 2 more bundles to list. Oh, actually, no, 1
to burn.
So if you want any more, I'll happily bundle more up for you.
I don't have birthdays, Susan. I don't. That's it's changed.
Freezing in Scotland.
Oh.
God damn. Oops, sorry.
Temperature's definitely dropped since the sun's gone in.
Blooming lovely weather. Good. Yes, we've got an extra long weekend as well, haven't we? I'm not sure we're going to get to any boot sales. That we shouldn't anyway, because the selling the house is progressing quite rapidly, as you know. So we shouldn't be bringing more stuff into the house right now.
Are you not doing a selling boot sale soon? Oh, is that not you? Have I got
no, we cleared all the stuff we wanted to in that respect already. But I do have a lot more stuff to shift. But I do fancy going just for a wander around. Although I think we're doing family stuff tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you wander around, you will buy. There's no dispute there, is there? You couldn't walk past.
Well, I might pick up the odd thing.
See, it's Fletcher's partner. They love Cliff. They bought them, I guess. She said he
Oh,
said saying she bets she bought them. So
well, if they want any more, there's more. I've got. I think it's this one last bundle that's yet to go on. You know, look, classic 1960s. Oh, look at the hairdo. Oh, Lainey, restrain yourself. Oh, young Cliff.
oh my god.
I'm just pleased they're selling. Daniel has picked up a bunch of Monster High dolls and accessories. Big box full for £15, including the bus. Good pickup.
Sounds good.
You should do well. It's the accessories and stuff people go mad for.
I don't. My daughter wasn't ever into them because, like, obviously she's a bit older, and I think brats were just like becoming the thing when she was like getting too old for that sort of stuff. I guess she loved Polly Pocket, my daughter.
Yeah, I don't remember Ellen having Monster High. She wasn't really a doll kind of girl, actually. She was into her music from a young age. She did the whole Miley Cyrus thing, Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah,
Girls Aloud, and then more recently she's gone into the whole kind of indie rock scene, 21 Pilots and Fall Out Boy and all of that. And no, it's not Sunday. I just fancy chilling out and having a chat. We'll be back tomorrow with Andrea. Yeah. Right. The Darkness album was bid up by people who I don't think had any intention of buying. So I have actually sold it to somebody who got in touch with me, and that has now sold for £60. So it has gone, but it was never going to sell at 400.
Yeah,
that was somebody thinking they were being big and clever.
Playing funny buggers.
But no harm done.
Where's young Mr. Jeff tonight?
He's probably on the sofa sat next to his favourite Ellen. They get on so well, and they'll be snuggled up watching telly. I think they're watching what's the talent show that's back on? X Factor? No, not X
Factor. Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, I think that's on right now. I'm not too keen on that, really.
Britain's got no talent.
Yeah, Britain's got questionable talent, I think. Yeah. What's that? I'm having a cold bottle of Henry Weston cider.
Oh, never heard of Henry Weston.
Huh? I was out with my sister last night. Went out for beers. That was lovely.
Oh, cool.
She was, chatting on about what's going on in her world with the twins and Nina and the chaos that is there. We had a Chinese down there because the girls, as in my girls, Andrea and Ellen, went off to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know if you knew they were going to do that. So bizarrely, they went down to Brighton, which is where Ellen's now living, but Ellen went home for Easter.
Yeah.
So they got the train all the way there and back. Had a cracking night, by all accords. So I went out with my sister.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, it was good. My parents have a gold mine up the loft, original Polly Pockets, mine from the 90s.
Definitely. They're worth quite a bit of money now, aren't they?
Yeah. They just seem to continually go up.
Yeah.
Hello, Santa. Neil, when are you doing your next show? When's the next Now show? I'm just going to bug
you. Asking this. Well, Susan's been trying to get me to do a hits version of his said show because he's not doing his show, so I have to come out and do a rival show, but with the hits albums and not now.
Wow.
So that's what me because we really miss the show, like, because we used to enjoy it. Because we used to do homework to it, which was like, you know, well, as you know, because you've partaked in it before, but like, you know, the night before, um, or the Sunday night after your live, we would then have a private stream and
Yeah,
just chat through all the records and play them. And so, because sometimes we couldn't remember what they were, and then we'd have to play them, and then we'd watch them, so we all used to do it together, and then go and watch his show the next day
yeah, they were
with
fun.
all.
It was more a case of taking the piss out of the videos most of the time.
Yeah,
Having a
because
bit of a laugh,
they were crazy, weren't they?
some of them.
Absolutely crazy.
Well, Neil, you better get in quick, because Laney's going to take over your show. Right?
Just take over your show. I wouldn't really. I like Nigel. I mean Neil.
We missed the homework sessions. Hurry back, Nigel.
Yeah.
It's because it got up to the early 90s, wasn't it? Were we on the 90s?
No, I don't think he'd quite gone in. Although I'm not sure. I'm sure I said this the other day, and he said he was still in the 80s, but I can't remember.
Can't remember. I know there was some big Erasure tracks going around, so it's probably late 80s then.
Yeah, because it got to the point where there was like 3 albums, like a year, wasn't there? There was 3 separate albums a year, and they started bringing out more. When it first started, it was like just one, and then like now used to bring out more and more to get obviously more money, I guess.
Yeah, they still do. I think they do 3 a year now, don't they? Like an Easter, a summer, and a Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is how they got up to 100. Because if they're only doing one a year, there's no way we'd be at 100 if it started in 80. When did it start? Like 83, 84 or something? Don't know. Neil would know.
Yeah.
What's Sharon said there? Picked up a plush Eeyore limited edition for £3 worth 50. Really? Wow.
Nice. Hi, Heather. Been loving the show with Heather, and a lot of people have commented quite a bit, like of getting messages with regards to it, like just to say how nice it is to have something like that out in the open, just talking about I don't know, life issues, I guess is the words.
Yeah, because I don't think we, as people, tend to stop and talk about that sort of stuff much, and we do.
We avoid it a lot because it's sometimes uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Especially if it involves pain, like when it's someone's pain, it's hard to see that, I guess. So we'll kind of skirt around it.
Yeah, definitely. And the couple of times in the past when I've opened up about my mental health problems, that was so rewarding. Not necessarily at the time, but all of the messages that came afterwards.
Definitely.
People that had been just helped by me opening up. Because I did one with Edward, which was really good. And then
I watched
ages and ages ago, I did one with, what's her name, Margaret. Well, we both kind of revealed our past dalliances with mental health issues. But I before those chats, I'd never told anyone about any of that.
Yeah. I think because we always think that people, well, I think it's because we always think people will judge us from it, you know what I mean? But when actually we all go through stuff like that.
Yeah.
In different ways. All of us.
Yeah, there is a weird sense of, yeah.
And I think it stems from years ago. It was always like, oh, they're a loony. If you know what I mean? If you kind of, you know, if you look back in history, I've done family tree stuff, and you know, there's terms like, you know, where it's supposed to be married or whatever. It is they're an idiot or something like that. Like that literally has. Yeah.
What, like the village idiot? Like literally?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just hot.
Well, I may be one of them as well, but that's not the point.
Yeah, but as long as you know.
Yeah. No, they are good. I've not caught all of them. I've caught a few. I saw the last one, which was interesting.
Yeah, well, the next one is actually on mental health.
Mm.
Even though everyone we've done, which is like death, addiction, life, love, all of that sort of thing, work, all of them have an element of mental health related to it. All of them.
Well, it's
'Cause
all
it's life.
intertwined, isn't it?
Yeah,
Every
it's
element of
completely.
all of that is
Mhm.
completely intertwined with your general mental health. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Dwayne's in. Hello, Dwayne. It's been a while.
Hi, Dwayne.
My wife Heather is bipolar, and she has spoken of it a few times. She would get some great feedback. Yeah, it is amazing. Just opening up about things that have affected you and your life. People can relate instantly to that sort of stuff, and it's so powerful. It's really
Definitely.
helpful for the person kind of offloading, and for those watching to identify with it and know that you're not the only one that's been through it or going through it. So important. Oh, what's that there? Mick. My wife bought a Discworld board game years ago for £5. Found it again a few weeks ago. Sold it this week for 190. Is that
Nice.
there's one called Ankh-Morpork, I think it's called. Don't know if it's that one you're talking about, but yeah, nice find. Yeah, Neil was saying before actually, 1983. And we're on now 111 already.
Wow.
Good Lord. Did you used to have Now albums back in the day? Did you have any?
Yeah, the odd few, but because I preferred compilations, because I didn't, I liked a few people where I'd have an album. Like when I was really young, like I had a Madonna album, in a True Blue one when I was really young, and various people along the way. But in most parts, I would buy compilations because I liked more of the songs on them, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, it was a good way of getting a kind of cross section, wasn't it? They'd have the really poppy stuff on the first one, and then the kind of more rock and indie stuff on the second side.
Yeah,
quite often.
A little bit of everything for everyone, kind of thing.
Because my first little stereo I bought, like a double cassette little boombox, came with a free Now 8. And then I picked up Now 4 secondhand. They were my first two.
I can't remember which and which, to be fair. But I remember my boom box, as you said, and it used to have detachable speakers that weren't really detachable. They just used to come off, but they were still on a wire.
Yeah.
But I used to think it was so cool. And then, like the odd times, I wasn't actually allowed to take it out of the house, and I think I used to take about 8D batteries or something. Like to take it, and it didn't really last long, and I wasn't allowed. But I sneaked it out once, and thought it was really cool. Tried to hold
Put
it
it
on
on
my
your
shoulder.
shoulder. Check me out.
Yeah, sitting at the bus stop with my friends with the music blasting for about 3 songs before the batteries died, and that was it.
Was it a bit of E17 you were blasting? I bet it was.
No. Don't know, probably a bit of Aswad. We loved a bit of Aswad
yeah.
when I was young, I remember.
Don't turn around.
Yeah. We used to turn around on that bit for some reason in our dance moves. And it was cool.
Hello, Kemi Kitty. And Paul's coming. Hello, happy Easter.
BCP, I've got to go behind enemy lines tomorrow. Supposed to be going to Sunderland. Yikes.
Oh, watch yourself.
It's you coming here. That's the issue, being a Geordie and that.
Oh, Dave's just pulled over in the car and to say hello. Hello.
I do.
Quick, pull over and say hi. Oh, Mandy's in. By the time you walk to the park, the batteries gave up.
Exactly.
Yeah. I never used mine as a portable. I just had it plugged in.
I only did it once because I thought it seemed really cool. I think I'd seen some people doing it with dungarees and they looked cool. So I was like, I'll have a go at that. You know what I mean?
My first Now CD was Now 23 in the big double hard case. Yeah. I too had a detachable speaker boombox. Yeah, about 3 songs they lasted. I had a Walkman. I had several Walkmans. They never seemed to last too long. And the battery, it would munch through the batteries on those. It would take like the little double A's. I used to wander around the village listening to whatever I was into at the time in my own little world.
Yeah.
And when we went on car journeys, I'd just plug myself in and just disappear off and let my sisters squabble, and I'd just be away listening to whatever. Yeah, loved my Walkman.
I think I remember getting me first. I had was it Iowa? It was AIWI.
I had an Iowa, yeah. However,
I had an Iowa sound system, and it was like 4 disc or something, double deck, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I loved it, and I put I think it was like the first time I'd gone from like cassette to CD kind of thing, because I was a bit late to the party. Because whenever they start something like that, whenever something new like that comes out, it's always massively expensive. But there was people who were really into tech stuff, they want them because obviously it's the newest tech.
Yep.
But I would wait ages after, so it was my first sort of CD player. So it was the first time I getting CDs, and just that thing where you could skip the CD, you know, I was just so amazed by it. I was like so chuffed when you didn't have to press forward and go too far to get to the next song.
It was so exciting, wasn't it? My first one was I can't even remember the make, but it was one of the stacking system things, all in one. And that had a multi-changer. I think it had like 3 or 4 disc multi-changer, and a little screen where you can see the number of the tracks and skip it about. Oh my god, that was summer of 91. I got my first CD, and I just got addicted to buying CDs and CD singles because they were so cheap. Oh my god, so excited. Yeah,
I think it might even have been 96, 95, 96 when I got mine. It was quite late on.
Yeah, CDs by then were the big format already, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a little what were they called? You know, the
Discman.
Yeah, like a Discman thing. But I never really used it much because I liked the music playing out loud so I could go and do whatever. Whereas with the headphones on and when you've got a child, you can't really do that when they're little.
Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Sunderland, who are they?
Oh, not another Geordie.
Steady.
We're everywhere.
Dave's back on the road again. Drive safely, Dave. Music is the language of the soul.
Definitely.
Bobby Brown. Andrea was into Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Because he was huge, wasn't he? Like, he went solo, like, really early 90s. Had a massive album, didn't he?
He did.
What was that? He had, actually, late 80s he went solo. Because I remember My Prerogative coming out about 87, 88. That was a good song. 2 Can Play That Game. That's probably like 92, 93.
He's all these dance moves and his hair. Just remember his hair.
Yeah, did he have one of them wedge things going on?
Yeah, he had one of them wedgie things.
Wedgie something else.
Yeah.
He had MC Hammer pants as well, and he'd do the whole.
Yeah, he did.
All of that.
Yeah, that was just like him, Nick.
Yeah,
just
with big Timberlands on, baggy trousers and a wedge.
Yeah, and then a jacket that had no top underneath, so it would show off his chest. Yeah, that was exactly how it was.
All the rage in '92, all of that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was cool back in the
Walkmans were so just amazing at the time. Just being able to wander about listening to music. with your headphones on. It was such a big deal back then. Oh, what's that? The first piece of music I purchased on my own was a Def Leppard Pyromania on 8-track. Wow, 8-track. That's the one. Predates normal cassettes, doesn't it? They used to have them in cars, like a plug-in cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, showing your age there, Dwayne. The first CD I bought, or the first CD album, was REM's Out of Time in '91. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. Still do.
I don't remember the first. I remember the first like song, like music I got. I don't remember the first album I bought though. But then it could have just been like on CD. I mean, I think True Blue on cassette was my first album on cassette.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
My first cassette was Pet Shop Boys. Actually, I bunked off school and went and bought that in our price. The day it came out.
Bunked off school? How very dare you?
I was terrible. I was, yeah, hardly ever at school.
Yeah, sounds like my son. I was really good up until the last year, and then the last year my friend wasn't in at school, so I went to hers, and she went, "Oh, just stop here," and I was like, "Well, no," you know what I mean, kind of thing, and anyway, I just ignored it and whatever, and then one day I went to school and they were like, when I went back to school, they were like, "We need a note for when you were off for such and such afternoon." I was like, "Oh, right." So I was like, I should have that's what I should have done, tried to copy my mum's handwriting. But what I did was, I was like, "Oh, Mum, the school are after a note for when I was off some afternoon, like a few weeks ago or whatever it was, you know," and just kind of like did that to me, Mum. Yeah, I got wrong, basically. She knew. She was like, "I've never let you off."
I used to write my own. It's terrible, very naughty. And then I got wise to the fact that I could turn up, go to registration, and then bunk off, and that was good enough.
Yeah.
I was there,
Yeah.
but I wasn't there because I did one over the back fence. Yeah, the charts at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Oh, with Bruno Brooks.
Bruno Brooks, yeah.
Yeah, and you'd sit there poised, record and play.
I remember Dr. Fox as well, but I don't know when he was. When did he take over?
Was he Radio 1 there? Wasn't he on like Capital or something? Or did he take over from Bruno Brooks? I don't know. I don't remember him.
Or maybe I just remember him from the other one. I can't remember. I do remember recording the charts and then just being so annoyed when they talk over your favourite song.
Yeah.
Because it always happened. It wouldn't do it over anything else but your favourite song. Can't hear you. Oh, he's just muted himself.
Right.
I didn't. Oh, you were. I was just about to see where you were in the questions, but
I'm going to try and switch it back to the other one. Right. There we go.
Right, you started.
I think it's back. What's happening here? Not a lot, Pete. We're just chilling. I fancy going live because I didn't get my edit done, so we'll go live instead. Susan was in the bath listening to it, the Sunday night bath before school.
In the bath.
My Discman jumped when I was on the school bus back in the day. Cassette Walkman was ahead of its time. Music and singing slow-mo when the battery was on its way out. Yeah, that's when you knew you have to buy batteries, when they start slowing the words.
Yeah, when it was like you were. What was it? What you used to do on the record players when you used to play them at the wrong speed? And I always remember someone saying it. Was it if you played Rick Astley on fast speed at time like Kylie Minogue or something? People used to say stuff like that all the time. just to get you to test them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Mandy. Sitting on the bedroom floor. Yeah, what was it with the 80s? I used to sit on my bedroom floor. Did we not have chairs back then? I have vivid memories of always being sat on my floor with my records or cassettes out for hours, sat there cross-legged. If I did that now, I'd never get up again. Oh, what's Neil saying? I bought my girlfriend, now wife, a Sony Discman back in the early 2000s. Found it during the move. It's still in the plastic casing, unopened. Wow. She really appreciated that.
Present.
Yeah. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, I'll put this somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Probably worth a lot now.
Yeah. Could have done you a favour.
Good evening, Aaron. And Kathy. Footloose. Wow, what soundtrack that was.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, we know you're that old, Dwayne. Oh, am I clashing? Left next live to join the boy. Oh, is that Rich? I guess Rich has gone live, isn't he? I don't know when he goes live. Probably clashing.
past, I think, is it?
Oh, that's probably what's happened. Susan, the obligatory Sunday night bath, followed by a nitty nori head inspection. Checking for nits.
Yeah.
That was one of those weird little combs. See if the eggs or not.
You always had to have nit checks when you were in school because it was just always rife. I assume for the boys it wasn't as bad, but with the girls.
I remember having the really stinky shampoo.
Yeah, the nit stuff.
To get rid of them. So we must have had it at some point in our house. But then I had 3 sisters, so they all had long hair. So
yeah, I remember it being rife more in the juniors than the older years, but it was a nightmare.
I was a good boy, Kath, but towards the end of school, I had decided I'd had enough, and I became a rebel without a clue. Oh, here we go. First cassette single was MC Hammer, Adam's Family. Wow, that's quite a first single.
Yeah.
First 7-inch K-Left 3AM. Now that's pretty cool. I'll give you that. First CD single was Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Oh my God. PJ and Duncan. Wow. That's some diverse tastes you've got there. Wow. I had my Walkman confiscated. No. For listening to Sunday's recorded chart. Oh, Dr. Fox with the Pepsi chart, apparently.
Oh, the Pepsi chart. Yeah, I remember hearing him on some chart. That's right, Pepsi chart.
I used to love the chart show. Was that like a Channel 4 thing? I can't remember what channel that was on. The chart.
I remember. I used to watch the chart show as well.
Yeah, there was no host. It was just videos, little bits of information. I used to love all that extra info.
Was that not like MTV or something?
No, it was on terrestrial TV. Because back then we didn't have any cable or any satellite.
No, we didn't actually.
We just had the regular TV channels. I think.
Susan said she thinks the chart show was ITV.
Oh, was it?
She could be wrong. Yeah, I think you're right. Was it on a morning?
I feel like it was, like a
Saturday. Like after
because I used to have to record it because I was at work. I used to have a Saturday job, and I think I missed it.
Yeah, I think it was on after one of the morning shows, like
Saturday Superstore or whatever.
No, yeah, whatever it was on at the time. I can't remember.
FMTV.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Neil's saying Churchill was Saturday morning on ITV before St and Greavesy. And then Susan said Saturday lunchtime-ish, yeah.
Right. MTV is still about, but it's not really a music channel anymore. It's just rubbish on it.
Yeah, just teen pregnancies, teen mums. That's what it is. It's like a teen mom show thing.
We called the knit nurse Nitty Nora the head explorer. I gotcha. Nigel, you've lost all credibility. If you had any, it's now gone, apparently, with the PJ and Duncan revelation. Memories.
Do you remember having to have like, did you get a TB?
Did I get a TB?
Yeah, injection, the TB thing.
Oh, TB. Sorry, I thought it said TV.
No, TB.
We had. I remember a BCG or something.
A BCG?
Yeah, the one that gave you the little bump on your arm.
Yeah, that's a TB. It's not BCG.
Is that what it is?
It was against tuberculosis, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm just saying. I think I believe now.
I don't know what it was for, but we had it at secondary school, and everyone was all scared of the needle and everything.
Yeah, because it left quite a big mark.
Yeah, I've still got
for like a needle. Yeah, I'm saying mine got infected actually, so it was like, and afterwards. But us girls also had to have rubellas and stuff against German measles for like in pregnancy and whatever. And so you got what was called 6 pricks. It's kind of weird, but and it was to see if you were allergic, and if it came up really bad, you were allergic, and then you had to have the injection. I think something like that. I was talking to Susan about it the other day because I'd spotted my rubella card.
Yeah, I do remember it being a big deal getting the injection at secondary school. And loads of people getting hysterical about having the needle put in your arm. As John said there. I remember when Meatloaf's Bats Out of Hell came out. I wanted that album so bad, but I knew my parents would never allow it in the house because of the title and artwork. Wow. It's a different time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And no mobile phones. Exactly, back then.
There, look.
Oh, I see.
Rubella credit card. 21st of November 1986.
Oh.
Oh God, it's a while old.
I often look back to like when we were in our like teens. And think, how did we arrange everything? How did everyone know what was going on? Because we're so
you had to do it the day before, because if you didn't do it the day before, it never happened, did it?
But I had a great social life, but I don't remember organising anything or whatever. We'd just we'd all meet up in the pub.
Yeah, but there was always like prior to the drinking age type of thing, there was always like certain meeting places. We had the same meeting places in whatever area we were going. So whatever we decided the day before, we'd have the same meeting places. So in town, we all met outside of C&A. Don't know why, but it was always outside of C&A. If we were going to the beach, we all met outside of the fairground, you know. So it was dependent where we were going. And it was always after school, we all met at the chimney. If you were in different lessons at school, we all went to meet at the chimney. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But you had to arrange it all before.
And were you thinking about it back to, because I lived in a little village, we'd just call round everyone's houses and gather everyone, I think, and then we'd go and hang out somewhere. Yeah. And I remember going down to the phone box. There were 2 phone boxes in the village, one at the post office and one at the other end of the village near where I lived. And you go down there with a pocket full of 10p's and just sit there in private ringing up your girlfriend. It's like, I've only got 1 10p left.
Did you ever reverse the charges to your parents because you'd lost it? You've done that a few times.
Yeah. Used to do that when I was a student. I run out of like credit on my phone. I used to get phone cards. My granddad used to send me phone cards when I was a student, and then I'd run out of that, so I'd ring home and just get the charges reversed. God, yeah, phone cards. Forgot about them.
Yeah.
I used to like collect them because I was in halls of residence and the phone was outside my room, and people would just leave their phone cards in the bin and all around the phone, and I'd just collect them all. I had a big collection of different phone cards.
Phone cards.
I don't know what I did with them. I probably sold them all. But they used to have all really cool designs on them and all sorts. Yeah, it's fun.
Strange, isn't it? How all things change, move forward.
Yeah, that all kind of went by the wayside because mobiles took over around that time. I mean, I was away at uni at 93, 94, that sort of period. And mobiles, most of us students didn't have a mobile, couldn't afford it. They were out.
Yeah.
It was so expensive. So we all used the one phone that was in this hall of residence with a few hundred of us. Yeah. There was always a queue at the phone as well.
We used to well, I remember my first phone, which was the Nokia Brick, is what it was called, like what it's been named now. But it was it the Nokia 3210? Is that what it was?
That was hugely popular, wasn't it?
That was a massive. I think phones came out before that, but I think that might have been my first one. Is that the one that had Snake on?
I can't remember. I got into it really late. I kind of refused
Yeah.
one.
I remember it being like a sort of greyish blue colour, but like more blue, but with like a tinge of grey to it.
And they had detachable fronts, and that was the cool thing.
Yeah, and they had the aerial bit.
Yeah. Your little stubby aerial at the top.
Yeah, the little stubby aerial thing at the top.
And then there was flip ones. Like a year or so after that, you were so cool if you had a flip one.
Yeah. The Motorola Razor, I remember, which was a flip one, and it was really thin.
And then they had little pull-out aerial. So you'd like pull it up, flip it out. Look how cool I am.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get a mobile until I was working at Virgin, and Virgin Mobile started, and they gave all staff members a phone. So we got a free phone. And that would have been 97 or 98. I got my first mobile. And it was worth like 400 quid or something, but all staff members got a free phone. Yeah. Blimey.
I know.
Right, I've been missing the chat. What are they chatting about? I wish our kids had Top of the Pop. I wish they'd bring it back. It was such a cool show. It was a great way to discover new music, you know.
I don't know why they don't bring it back.
I don't know why they ever got rid of it. It was such an institution. Yeah, I used to watch it on a Thursday, and I would pretty much decide what I was buying on Saturday. I would buy singles every week, multiple singles, you know, in the late 80s and all the way through the 90s. Yeah. It was exciting when a new video premiered on MTV, so much more than YouTube. I remember rushing home from school to see the Michael Jackson Earth Song video premiere. Yeah, it was such a big deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was, when something that big came out. Like the new Madonna track, and the Top of the Pops would have an exclusive or something, and it would be genuinely exciting. God, gone are those days. I still remember Bob the Builder, Mr. Blobby, and Teletubbies hitting number one. Yeah.
Exactly, so do I. Mr. Blobby was definitely one Christmas. Because I remember it being out at Christmas.
Yep. See, Neil's defending his taste now.
PJ and Duncan had some cracking tunes.
My fella watched the release of Michael Jackson's Thriller in the roller disco. The whole room sat down. Wow. That's so cool. Oh, there we go. Sorry, we're way behind. It's called BCG. That's what I'm remembering. It's if you have TB. The result of the BCG determines whether you need the TB vaccine. Oh, I was unaware. Right. Hi, Julie B. Yeah, it was a big deal, wasn't it, those injections?
Used to get the polio thing in your mouth as well, the drip. It's like I think they used to give it sometimes in a sugar lump to some people. But
I remember a sugar cube thing.
I don't remember a sugar cube. I remember like a dropper thing.
I don't remember having it, but I just remember it being talked about as
I remember it tasting rank. That's what I remember.
I'm not sure I even had that. Don't know. The 6 pricks is called the Mantoux test, apparently.
Ah.
A friend of mine had the pre-TB test and had a huge reaction. She didn't need the TB vaccine, so we were all jealous. Oh, hello. eBay's woken up. Oh, I've sold an Xbox for 50 quid. That's nice.
Nice.
Good evening, Mike. I remember my sister buying an LP called That's What They Called Music. Oh, buying an LP called That's What They Call Music. Yeah, the Now albums you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were on about earlier. Yeah.
But they did all sorts of nows, isn't it? They went to Now Christmas, they'd done probably done Now Easter, Now Party, Now.
They've done ridiculous. I've done now jogging tunes.
Now Jogging. Well, they've done Now Drive, isn't it? It's like car ones.
No doubt. And
Now Ballads.
Now that's what I call a dad album and that sort of thing.
Yeah, done them, and then they always come out at Mother's Day and Father's Day, don't they?
Yep. Hi, Gary. Oh, here we go. Bacillus Calmette-Guerin vaccine, BCG.
That's why you got BCG and I just knew TB. So
I used long distance phone cards when I was in the Marine Corps. Oh, okay, cool. Are phone cards still collectible? I'm sure they are, but I remember it may have been mine that I had from my student days. I tried selling off. Most of what I had was really common and didn't have much value. I probably sold it as a job lot. I'm sure people do still collect them. Lainey, did you get into CB radio?
I did a bit. Well, actually, it was my brother's CB radio. Actually smashed it as well in temper. I know, because I was using it with my friend and that, and then he'd come back and he wanted it, and I was like, no, I'm doing this. And he was like, anyway, he got it back or whatever, so I flung it off a wall.
Wow.
Yeah, just slightly.
Did you get in trouble?
Just a bit. Yeah. I don't know why, right? But I don't know why my name, because my friend used to be the Lioness on CB radio, and I used to be Strider. I don't know where on earth I got it from. Haven't a clue, but that's what I used to be on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Julie got her first mobile in 99. Oh yeah, pages. I think I've said to you that
when you first met Andrea.
When we first got together, she gave me her pager number.
Yeah.
I've still got it in my little contacts book I've still got from the 90s. It's got Andrea's pager number, which I don't think I've ever used. She doesn't even have it anymore, obviously. But yeah, they were short-lived things.
I never had. I always just imagine because doctors and nurses and things have pages, don't they?
You
know, they I think they're the only ones who probably still use them. Really.
My first mobile was the Sony Mars bar. What?
It was too expensive to make calls on.
I remember it being shockingly expensive. My good friend at the time, John, so we're talking like early 90s, like 91, 92. He was an early adopter of mobiles. And one month, his phone bill was like ridiculous, like £500 or something. Because he'd been texting and calling way too much, and he was panicking about trying to pay it off. Put me off for life, that did. So I didn't get one for ages. Yeah, it was so expensive. And texts were really expensive back then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember in the pub, I used to like grab anyone's mobile that I could and just play Snake.
Is it like 10 or 12 pence a text or something? It's ringing my brain.
Sounds familiar, yeah. In the early days. Soon add up, wouldn't it? And now you get unlimited texts and calls on a basic contract.
Yeah.
Madness. Hi, who's that? Clara? I can't read it. My eyes are. Kiara's Vlogs, I think it is. I remember growing up in the mid-90s here in Ireland, we had to walk to a phone kiosk to the payphone to ring people before my parents got a house phone. Oh, wow. Great way to get in and walk. Yeah. Well, we had a phone, but for privacy, I would walk down to the phone box quite often. But I remember I grew up on a farm and we had one of those really proper old Bakelite phones, and our phone number was like 3 digits or something. And you'd ring up. I remember Mum ringing up the operator, and they'd put you through. It was that basic, the technology.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to ask you your name, and then you'd have to tell them your name, and then when the phone, and you could hear your mum answering and everything, couldn't you? You could hear that conversation. We've got Elaine on the phone. Would you accept the call? And then she'd be like, yes, and I could tell him like, oh, I'm getting wrong already.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing I used to think about the phones when they were like the dial where you had to do that and then it was like took ages to come back around again, is that the emergency number was 999. Like, why didn't they make it 111? It just didn't logically compute to make it work like hours later.
I thought exactly the same thing. Because it's the longest possible number you could have to wait. I'm on fire. 9, 9. I'm dying.
Yeah. And on the thing for the phone, where she used to have a key, and it was, I think it was where the phone connected, that used to have a key, but she always forgot to turn it off, so it was good. Just ring my friends.
I remember our student house. After the first year when we were in halls, we then got a student house with a whole bunch of us, and we used to have this book where you'd have to write in the time and whenever you used the phone and log it. And then once a month when the phone bill came in, we'd sit down and divide it all up and pay our way. And there was always a whole load of calls that nobody had claimed, and it was just such a palaver. I saw a 3210 at the car boot this morning. My father had the old Nokia 3310. We played Snake a lot. I can picture them. I don't know which models were which. I never had a Nokia.
I had Nokia.
There were some that were kind of a little bit wider at the top, and then they were a little bit
skinny. A little bit, yeah.
And they had those buttons around the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classics.
Nah, I loved it. Like back then, thought you were cool in that.
Nokia were like, they were the phone.
Oh, they were.
And they've just vanished now. I don't even know if they were.
Pretty much. I think they're still around, I think. It was like, do you remember when Blackberries came out and Blackberries were the thing? And everybody had a Blackberry.
Yeah. And then iPhone came along and kind of just blew it out of the water.
Everybody, yeah. Apart from us Android people who will stay Android forever. I can't change. I have to be Android.
Somebody has to, I guess.
Yeah.
You can now discover new or old music on Laney's Music Reaction channel. Oh, have you got another channel?
Thank you,
Laney?
Susan. Yes. I have 2 channels now. I know, shocking. Yeah. My latest tearful one. It's the Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran made you cry?
Ed Sheeran made me cry, yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see Laney cry, get over there.
To be honest, you could just go to my old channel and look through that. There's probably quite a few bits of the tears in that one. And
I would have to shut the blinds. Hang on a sec.
no bother. I don't know how far back you are. I was trying to scroll.
Oh, I think I'm way behind in the chat.
Oh yeah, I found you now.
Someone recorded Thriller and a teacher opened up a TV room for us to watch it at lunchtime on the day it was released.
Oh, what a nice teacher you got.
That's how big a deal it was back then. I remember when the black and white video premiered on Top of the Pops. I remember that being a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people chatting about Woolworths buying records and music, buying music in Woolworths. I bought a lot in Woolworths. Woolworths and Art Price.
At one point, there was like probably like at one point we had HMV, Our Price, Woolworths, Virgin, and about 2 or 3 independent music shops as well. And now, I mean, we've still got HMV.
Yeah. Yeah, well, even Hitchin had, well, it was Woolies, and there was an independent, and no, it was 2 independents. And Smith's had a record department. And now there's nowhere to buy music in Hitchin. There was an independent record store that came up recently, but that's already gone.
Yeah.
I think COVID killed it, which was such a shame. Lee Cates was saying there, evening on, nearly pooped pants this morning, found a pair of Bond's Foo Dogs. Turned out they were replicas and they still wanted £100. Blimey. Foo Dogs?
Don't know what Foo Dogs are.
I don't. I probably should know, but I don't. Who used to get excited when the teacher would wheel in the TV?
Oh yeah, that was the best. You just knew you weren't doing work. You were like, yes, that's it.
Yeah, we're going to watch a documentary on mountains. And the lights would go off in the classroom, and I'd just go to sleep on the desk.
Everybody would be like,
yeah.
Or sometimes they'd let you watch a film if it was like the end of the year or whatever. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I was miles away then.
No, saying sometimes they'd let you watch a film if it was the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know, like you were just about to break up or whatever. So you'd get to watch a film.
Well, we only really had that in primary school. And I remember it would have been late 70s. They were that kind of, well, I suppose it was current technology still, but they had a cine projector and we watched a Disney film that's now kind of banned. It was Song of the South, the Zippity Doodah one that's now been banned. Because there are race issues in it, I think. But I vividly remember watching that on a cine projector in the like the assembly hall. I must have been about 6 or something. So that would have been late 70s. Yeah, we used to have a film. Ellen's primary school used to do that at the end of term. They'd watch some Disney film or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1010 Strider. Sorry, I'm a bit behind in the chat, obviously. 12p a text in 1995, was it?
Oh, is that what it? Yeah, I thought it was about that. Because you'd top your phone up, wouldn't you? And then, you used to have to go to one of the shops or the supermarket to get a phone top up.
Yeah, buying credit.
And then type all the numbers in. I remember doing that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you'd have to type all the numbers in and the letters, and if you did it wrong, you'd have to start again, and it'd be like a nightmare.
Huh.
And it used to be cheaper to phone people who were on the same network as you. If they were on different network, it was always like 50 pence a minute or something. Whereas like if they're on the same network as you, it wasn't that expensive, or sometimes it was even free.
Yeah. And then when the technology caught up and you could send pictures, they were expensive, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the early days of data, all
Were
of
they
that.
like 35 pence or something, pictures?
Probably. I don't really remember.
Were they MS? Were they MMS? There was SMS, which isn't there the text ones, and then MMS, which is the picture ones.
God, amazing how quickly we think nothing now of sending people pictures and video and
The way you can do it now is just super easy.
My first mobile phone was my mother's old phone. It was the Triumph phone by Motorola.
It had a long aerial on it. I can't picture it.
I remember Andy's records. There were lots of Andy's records about.
We didn't have Andy's records, yeah.
My English teacher let us watch Austin Powers on the last day of the year. Cool. Hello, Dave. Ferguson top loader VHS with big CRT watching BBC Open University programs. Yeah. Yeah, the school tellies on those massive things they'd wheel in. They were great.
Yeah.
Huge, heavy TVs.
Plug them in and they'd always have the snore.
I remember TVs being rolled in secondary school. It was great. That was the early to mid 2000s. In primary school, the TV was in a press. What does that mean? Not sure.
Was in a press.
I remember when the school of 800 pupils had one computer the size of a shed. Our primary school was tiny in our village, and we had a BBC microcomputer, and we used to play Chucky Egg on it. That's all I remember anyone ever doing.
Egg? Did you just say
Chucky Egg?
What's Chucky Egg?
Oh, it was like a little platform game where you were a little guy who used to go around collecting eggs and avoiding the chicken.
Oh. The only egg I remember was Dizzy.
Oh yeah, Dizzy. Yeah, I remember Dizzy.
That's the only one I don't remember Chucky Egg.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm at the bottom of the chat. I am. I had a Ferguson top loader with a wired.
We had a Ferguson top loader as well.
We didn't get a video till way late, like really late 90s. We must have had one in 97 because I remember buying some videos, some music videos.
Yeah.
I think that's when we got it, 97, something like that. And by that point, you had Video Plus, which I thought was really cool. You could program it with those numbers in the newspaper or whatever.
Yeah.
You could just put the number in, and it would record it for you. That was dead clever.
I just remember all the video cassettes, and it'd have that sheet of words and letters. So we all used to just see how we could what we could write. That was rude. As you do.
Always bringing the tone down, Lainey.
Well, I know, but that's what you did, wasn't it, back then?
Anyone remember playing this weird game called Granny's Garden?
I do, but I was trying to remember what it was about, and I
What, like
can't.
in the playground? Is that a playground game?
No, it was on the computer, and
Oh.
you used to go on Granny's Garden, and it rings a bell for me massively, but I can't remember what it is.
I remember playground games. We used to play Bulldog a lot.
Yeah.
Where you had to get from one side of the playground to the other without getting tagged. That got quite violent quite often.
Yeah, I think I got banned probably from us.
Yeah. And then there was the really inappropriate kiss chase. Do you remember that? Was that where you'd basically chase after girls and kiss them?
Yeah.
That was cool in the 70s and early 80s. That's fun.
Yeah. We used to play tag where you had to go under the legs to release them. So if someone got tagged, they'd have to stand with their arms and legs open, and then whoever wasn't tagged could release them by going under their legs.
Yeah, we played a bit of that.
I can't remember. Was it just tag? I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know. I think there were different versions of it, weren't there? We called it It. Like You're It. But then, yeah.
Maybe that was it. Maybe You're It.
I do remember the version where you had to stand still with your legs open.
Yeah, and then someone released you. Yeah. If they
did you used to play 40-40? Where there was like a home and you'd all go away and hide. Like
and you'd have to get back to the home without getting caught.
Get back to home without being touched. And that was so much fun. You'd all be sneaking about and in the bushes and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I loved that. I'd still play that today if I had half a chance. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, it's Scarecrow tag. Scarecrow, we used to just call it Scarecrow. Because when you're standing with your arms and legs open, you're like a scarecrow, aren't you? Made sense.
Ah, is that it? Oh, it's on the BBC First, Neil. It did go on the Specky. I had it on the Spectrum as well. Well, Chucky Egg 2 actually on the Spectrum we had. What are they talking about? Text adventure with some graphics. Granny's Garden was taught in English. Oh, right. No, that passed me by.
Yeah, I remember it. I used to like it when I was young, but...
We got our first video in 1989, but I still have some of our first videotapes from back then. I need to rip adverts from them. Yeah, because Neil puts them on his channel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're really fascinating watching old adverts. It's weird that you remember them so clearly as well. Yeah.
It just blows your mind, doesn't it? Because you totally forget it until that moment you see it again, and then you're like, oh my God.
I love that. I love that bit of nostalgia, though. That kind of opens up that part of your brain, makes you feel like you're 10 years old again.
And you just don't realise how much things have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bulldog got banned in ours as well.
Stuck in the mud. Maybe that's a different name for what you were
I'm
saying.
sure didn't you have to squat down when you got caught for that one? Until someone tapped you on the head and released you. I can't remember. There was that many.
We used to play games where you'd all be in the playground and there'd be people around chucking like tennis balls and you have to avoid the ball.
It's like your own version of dodgeball.
Yeah, it was pretty much dodgeball, yeah. That was good. And that got really violent. You'd try and get headshots with the tennis balls. Yeah, that was fun. And also, in our primary school, they'd let us climb the trees in the school playground. And we'd climb these, like, massive trees and swing around at the top. And that surely wasn't a good idea.
No.
But they seemed fine with it. Susan's singing for some reason.
Oh, it's where you used to do the girls things where you have to do that with your hands. So it was a sailor went to sea to see what he could see.
Wow.
I remember.
Wow. Did you do the thing with the like
what do you cradle?
And then you watch.
Yeah, you just literally wrap your hands up in patterns as such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the boys would just be there going, "What?
Yeah.
Get over yourself."
And there
Oh,
was
right.
loads of them, things.
And there was once where I remember it was usually girls that were into that, and then they'd like hand it over, and you'd come in and go,
Yeah, and put it on your hand and then carry it on. Yeah.
yeah.
It's amazing how we did that.
You two are similar ages to one another, aren't you? And to myself, loving some of these memories. I am 50 plus. Oh, you're a little bit older than us then. I'm within touch and distance of 50.
I'm 25. No, I'm 46. 46.
I don't remember it being called Stuck in the Mud, but it may well have been. I think these games kind of evolve
I think
and
the
spread
one
around.
where and it probably can slightly change name in different areas because someone might not translate it properly, like if, especially if it's me. You know what I mean? So like they might have took it back to their friends and said, "Oh, we played this game and it was called," and they couldn't think of it, remember it properly, so they just give it a name or whatever.
Yeah, I think there was regional variations and names of all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember the Tango advert that they had to stop, the one where they slapped him. Because everyone like us was going to school and just creeping up behind people, going,
tangoed,
bursting people's eardrums and stuff.
Yeah.
So they banned the advert, I seem to recall. Yeah. I was watching some old adverts actually, and there's one of the Tango ones where there's the little chubby orange guy running around.
Yeah.
And coming up behind people. That might have been the slapping one actually.
Yeah, that is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
I think the main advert I remember from before is the OXO, because everybody knew that one, wasn't it? OXO one, and then
There was the Oxo the family.
the family, yeah.
Yeah.
Not OXO, Bisto, sorry.
Bisto, right.
Yeah, wrong gravy. Yeah, the Bisto one. The Smash one with the little alien things. And Super Noodles, because they always had quite different ones.
Don't remember them.
You don't remember any of the Super Noodle ones?
I probably would if I saw them, but I don't remember.
Pot Noodle or Super Noodle? But Super Noodle, definitely, I think. Because there was the one where, he was sitting on the sofa where he asked his wife if she wanted some noodles, and she said no. And then he made them, or he wanted something to eat, and she said no. So then he made them, and then she wanted some, the dog had licked them or ate some of them. So, they'd had an argument about it, and then the dog had ate some. So then he handed them to his wife. Do you remember it?
Oh yeah, here you go.
You can have some now.
Yeah, I do remember that. Okay. Yeah, and Clive says the Carlsberg ones. Yeah, those were if Carlsberg did whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Something like that. I can't picture them now.
Probably the best something in the world.
Yeah.
Is that Carlsberg?
Yeah, I think. Tonight.
What was the ones where, was it Guinness, where they were like running out the sea and they were doing all these athletic things, and then it was Guinness?
I don't know.
I think.
I loved the Hamlet ones.
Yeah, the man
with that Scottish actor. Damn it, what's his name? You know the one.
Yeah,
he was trying to get his hair.
Yeah, and every time it was like falling, and then
and then the seat goes, and so he's down here, and then he just like Hamlet cigar.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Andrea's watching telly with Ellen and Jeff. I just thought I'd come on and have a chat with Lainey. What's this? And the girls would be tutting and going, what? The boys hitting each other in the head with tennis balls.
Yeah.
How it was.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Quite often hit each other in the head with tennis balls, don't
they? Yeah. Who remembers curb crawling? That sounds dodgy.
Don't remember that. Remember
No.
Kirby or Curbs?
Kirby, what, the Nintendo character?
No, Curbs, where I used to toss the ball and hit the curb on the other side of the road.
No.
You never played Curbs?
No. We used to do the thing where you'd have a wall, like the school wall, and you'd throw coins and try and be the nearest the wall, and you'd win the coins.
Yeah, I remember that. But this was Curbs. So you'd basically stand either side of a road, and two of you, and you'd have like a football of some kind, even those cheap ones worked, and then you'd throw the ball to aim to hit the curb on the other side, so it bounced back at you, and then you'd get a point, and then you'd step into the middle of the road, great game, and throw it again, and every time you hit it, it kept allowing you to get more and more points till you didn't hit it, and then you'd start again.
Wow.
Well,
there were a lot of child fatalities on the roads in Sunderland, weren't there?
We used to pick, not busy roads. I mean, it wasn't like the dual carriageway or something.
Yeah. Go and play on the motorway, Lainey. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know what that was, Clive. I must be honest. What on earth? Ibble, bobble, black bobble, turn a dirty dishcloth inside out. No idea, Julie. No idea.
I remember doing things like that to decide who was going to be it first. So, like, if there was a lot of you, you'd all put your shoe in, and then you'd go ip dip dop do or whatever it was. Was it? And
ip dip dog shit, wasn't it?
Ip dip dog shit. It is not going to be you or something, and then you'd not be. Whoever was last ended up being it. For instance.
Yes, we did something very similar. Wasn't there a potato one? 1 potato, 2 potato,
3 potato, 4.
Was that a
5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more? I don't know the rest of it though.
It's very vague. Hi Luby Lou. We used to have massive group games of kick the can and pegs. They used to take over the playground. Wow, I used to
remember what was the one that went. There was a little monkey running through the country. What colour was its blood? And then
what?
I don't even remember. That's just coming to my head. I don't even know where from.
I have no idea what that is.
We had loads of stuff.
Conkers was a big deal in our school. Super competitive. People would pickle them and dry them in the oven and all sorts of stuff. And then come to school and we would take that dead serious. Oh, hello. How long have you been there?
Only a couple of minutes.
Oh. Hello, Dr. Kildare.
Dr. Kildare was my CB radio name.
Oh.
Did you dispense advice to people calling in, did you?
No, fortunately. Yeah. In the same way I don't dispense it as the tap doctor, fortunately.
You being an old man, you'll have remembered all of these things we're talking about.
I don't remember any of it, to be honest. I've learned some new things today.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm going to move on swiftly and say that my first phone was Motorola MR1, which is like the size of a block paving brick from Tandy. How long ago it was. On Orange. The Orange network, that wasn't the colour of the phone. But yeah.
Hi, Pete.
I can't believe you didn't play Kirby.
I've never heard of it.
Well, you know why we didn't play Kirby? Because up north we didn't have coins. You see, we weren't. we were down the.
No, we did play that as well. I remember my brother playing that.
Yeah.
More so.
Gregor Fisher, yes. Thank you, BCP. That's the actor in the Hamlet one I'm remembering.
BCP in.
Was he the guy who played? No, it isn't.
Rabsy Nesbitt, didn't he play?
Was it him?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was about to say it wasn't to myself.
Right.
No.
Rabsy Nesbitt was genius.
Great.
So funny. You sometimes have to rewind it and play it back to work out what the hell he was saying. Apart from that,
yeah, like watching a Laney video, really. To be
exactly the same. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting. Hang on.
I get insulted there?
Probably.
Yeah. Do you want me to say it again?
No, thanks.
Oh, some records I was hoping to buy have been bid right up. I'm not paying that for them. Jeez.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what chat's saying. What's that? My angle was appetizer. What? I'm confused.
Me too. So that's unusual for me.
Oh, does she mean her handle appetizer?
Yeah, handle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
TV radio.
yeah. I get you.
Because you used to say, do you fancy an eyeball and stuff, like if you'd go and meet someone?
We used to play hide and seek. You get obviously
on
one person
TV
that was
radio.
one person that was on in the car, and they'd drive off into wherever, and then you have to go and find them based on signal.
On TV radio?
Yeah.
Wow. Different times, clearly.
I had an old Astra then.
Oh, I had an Astra.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good car.
Well, actually, mine was an Astra van, which sounds wrong now saying it out loud, but I used to follow the car rallies about the UK, and I'd sleep in the back and drive and follow, enjoy the day.
Yeah, Astra vans were great. I love double ball. Not sure what others would call it. Throwing two balls against a wall in various combinations. I was an expert.
We used to call it two-baller.
Don't remember doing that.
We used to play it under Billy Balloon doing that.
What?
So you would throw the balls against the wall and go under Billy Balloon, under Billy Balloon, under Billy Balloon, and then you'd go over Billy Balloon, over Billy Balloon, over. Yeah, it went on sideways Billy Balloon. You know, the whole.
Wow.
I don't know where it came. There was loads of things like that though. Loads of them.
Wowzers. Speak your name once. Speak your name once.
Ranish Kumar.
I could try. Ranish Kumar.
Kumar, that's what I said.
You are welcome. That's banana split. What is?
Banana split. Don't know. It's hard when you're going back and you're not sure what people are still talking about.
More CV names. Sparrow legs.
Sparrow legs. All right, Julie.
It's quite descriptive. I wasted many a summer's day playing with two balls from breakfast until tea time. Wow, there wasn't much going on in Susan's village.
That's what we did.
I know. We used to go down the woods and just spend all day just building dens, and then come home when it got dark. That was what I loved to do: climb trees and build dens.
Yeah.
Take a sandwich with you. Spend all day there.
He was 23 at the time, but I mean, he still did it.
This was a couple of weeks ago.
It was only last week.
Yeah, Grange Hill. I think we talked about Grange Hill in another one of these hangouts once. All the characters you remember. Bog brush. Wow.
That was his handle, bug brush.
That's John's handle. Hi, Phil. I remember trading Star Wars cards back in 1977. I remember trading cards. Yeah, I didn't have any of the Star Wars ones. They were the ones that were the tops ones, you mean? They were bubblegum ones, weren't they? I used to trade.
I'm not sure about Star Wars.
What were they? Garbage pail kids.
Oh God, yeah, I remember getting them.
Yeah.
I used to trade those. When was that? Late 80s, early 90s, I guess.
Yeah,
That would have been late 80s. Hey ho, you dishing up? Okay, we'll have to wrap up shortly. Yeah. Oh, we could talk 80s and 70s stuff all night.
definitely.
We'll have to wrap up in a minute, but we'll be on tomorrow with Andrea.
Can continue you look back at the past tomorrow if you've got no haul to do.
We could do. We could indeed. We played a game called Red Rosa, a human chain, where a group of us would hold hands and someone else.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Someone else would run against.
I thought you had.
Oh, don't remember.
I remember that. I don't know if it was because of the kids. I remember it or us, but yeah, they would basically look for the weakest people really to sort of get through their arms
because it would run at the line of people.
Yeah, and try and break the.
That's how they get a bloody nose or whatever, isn't it?
Broken arms and stuff.
Yeah. Wow. No, we didn't play that one.
When I think of the blinking canals and streams and rivers and stuff we played in, you won't be allowed to get away with nowadays.
Hide and seek. Hide and seek was always just a classic, wasn't it? Mm. And there was always some clever sod who'd set up a game of hide and seek, and then they'd just go home and leave you all hiding.
Yeah.
Like half an hour. Wow. Okay, well, my dinner is being dished up, so I'm going to have to leave you all. You've only just turned up here.
I know. I was sorting laundry out and bits and pieces. So
that's all right. Yeah, so we'll be on tomorrow night for our regular Sunday slot. This was just a random Saturday hangout, really. Something to do. It was fun.
I didn't realise it was Saturday because yesterday felt like Saturday because my football team played yesterday. Would have been Good Friday, so I got confused.
Did they win?
They did.
Oh,
just leaving it at the last minute as usual, or the last few minutes.
So how are they doing in whatever league they might be in? I know nothing about football.
We're currently in League One and we're in the playoff position at the minute, but there's still 4 or 5 games to go.
Playoff to go up or playoff to go down?
Playoff to go up.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But yeah, there's a few in the same area, so it's all up to us. It's up to us, isn't it?
So what other teams potentially could go up?
Sheffield. Is it Sheffield? Yeah, Sheffield.
United.
Wickham. Oxford is round and about, I think. And then you've got Wigan's up, but they're like at the top at the minute, so I don't think they'll have a problem. Rotherham's up there, Plymouth. It just depends, really.
So was it 2 go up or 3 go up or
2? Well, 2 go up automatically,
right?
And then there's the playoffs, which 4 other teams will take part in. So it'll be like 2 semi-finals and a final, and then whoever wins that, they'll go up as well. So we're not. There is still a chance that we could go automatically, but it's not looking likely. However, there's more hope that we'll go up. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for them Geordie footballers.
Sunderland, Mackhams, not Geordie.
Same difference.
You can't help it, can you?
Oh, I can't help myself.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to have to wrap up. Thanks, everyone, for saying hi. And cheers, guys, for chatting with me. And we'll see you tomorrow night for more of the same.
Bye, everybody.
Ta-ra.
Bye.